Hello, hello. Let's take a look at the game Abiotic Factor, which is actually pretty cool. I have played it only for a bit over an hour and I want to show you the game, but I think it's pretty well known already. Look here, that's the game. Abiotic Factor is a survival crafting experience for 1 to 6 players set in the depth of an underground research facility. Caught between paranormal containment failure, a military crusade, and chaos from a dozen realms, the world's greatest minds must survive against the universe's biggest threats. That seems a bit like it's maybe Half-Life 1, huh? And that's kind of what it is graphically. That's the style that they're using it. It's pretty cool. So the game is currently on a sale, 1960 in Germany, €19, and that's the deepest that we get so far. It doesn't go deeper, it seems. And it's still in early access, so it will rather increase in price once it gets out of early access. So I think it's a good opportunity to buy it. Here we can see the reviews, overwhelmingly positive, 21,000 reviews, so pretty well known actually, and there's a good consensus here. For comparison, here we have Stationeer's reviews is only 6,500, sadly, and yeah. So let's look at the game itself. If you look at this, then you think, goddammit, this is not a game I want to play. This looks like a cheap smartphone game or something. But, remember the faces of the Stationeer's characters? Would you have thought that such a deep game is behind it? Sadly, this game, like many others, has the following problem. When you play it on a 4K desktop, you will see that it's only showing you, 1920 by 1080 pixels, so half the resolution. And the solution for this game, like for any other such game, is my experience, but it happens often. That's a good assortment of data points. The solution always is basically you go here to the properties of the executable of the game, compatibility, and you say change high DPI settings. And then you toggle this on. Wait, oh, you cannot see that. Damn, should have prepared this. Okay, so then this window pops up, and in that window you have to toggle this checkbox on here. Override high DPI scaling behavior. And set it to application, where it will already be. So the application has the control of the DPI scaling. My desktop is a 4K desktop, scaled to 200%, so the texts are bigger. Yeah, that's what you have to do, and then you just start the game again, and shazam, you will have proper 4K resolution. That's how it works for many games. Now let's look at this thing. Replay the introduction, so that you see what I've seen. Would you like to re-experience your introduction to... No, don't worry, this will not affect your world or character save data in other worlds. Oh, that's very good. So these early access programmers here are very expressive regarding the potential worries someone might have. So that speaks of quality of mind and aspiration. Oh, that's loud. Multiplayer game, not paused. Pausing is only allowed in single player. So that's during the introduction. And if you actually play multiplayer. Don't judge the graphics, relish in them. This is old Half-Life.
So, ready for your first day? There she is.
use WASD, of course. Left shift to sprint, and there's our stamina bar. Wonder what happens if you get down to almost the bottom. I haven't tried that yet. Oh, nothing different? Maybe it's in regards to fighting or whatever. As you can see, the field of view is relatively high. I set it to this level. Let's see, gameplay, where was that? I was first searching for that and I thought, ah damn, the field of view is so low, I guess I'm gonna return this game. And that would have been sad to have to do that. But they are wise enough to have a field of view slider in there, and they're stupid enough, like almost all game developers, which they are. I laid that out at length in many of my videos, that you have to understand the 3D first-person user interface, which means that you have to replace as much of your natural field of vision as you can with the game, and this implies that the field of view that you have to set, once you have done so, once you have this effective screen size, that has to be also a very high setting. But the setting that I'm using here, if ever I find it, while talking, is already maxed out right now. That's the maximum field of view that you get. I think it's vert, I'm not entirely sure. So wait, here, 115, so it's not vertical, or they're just using different measurement. You can see in the background what that does. In other words, if you use multiple screens next to each other, you might be out of luck. Maybe, I don't know that. Maybe it's just a different number scale, but it doesn't look like vert. Anyway. And here we go. There she is. What does she mean? The facility? Maybe. Space. No Soma FM this time. I don't want to taint this game. Also, I haven't seen enough yet to make the decision that, oh yeah, let's use other music. The graphics look very rough, but I mean, it's something you can get used to and like, and it also reminds of the old Half-Life, and the overall setting is also like that. A thing about some words about graphics settings. Here we can see I dialed down the resolution scale to 50. You might think, okay, that's why it looks this rough. No, I set it to 100% and to 50% a few times and really looked at it. There was no change. But at 100% I only have like 40 or so frames on my machine, which is relatively beefy. Maybe not these days, but you know, you saw my Stationeers videos maybe, right? 4K, 60 frames all throughout basically. Well, most of the time. So what I assume is that the developers made a little mistake here, that 100%, I mean, because, see, there was this thing with the desktop scaling, right? And maybe that somehow interfered with their thought process when they implemented some of these controls here, and so 50% is actually 100%, is my interpretation. And 100% is then you have basically 8K rendering for no good reason. And you can dial it up even higher. No, that was it. 100% is maximum. So that's what you should consider. Scale it down and then realize, whoops, it still looks the same. Yeah, and it's faster. Hello there. So this arrow above a key on above a key tip on screen means that you have to keep pressing the key. Kick. Hey there.
Okay, you're the transfer, huh? You sure picked a day. Things a bit hectic downstairs this morning. Just grab your gate pal there. It'll help you get sorted.
Journal, gate panel. It's Monday, it's 7 AM, and whatever this is, I don't know yet. Clear all corpse waypoints. I wonder if you die, if there will be a waypoint and things that you had will be dropped, maybe. The Gate Compendium. Soup recipes, email, fish, registry, and so forth. Gate Cascade Restricted Zone. That is an area, and in that you get that information for that area. So, while we're at it, here we have the inventory. That is what my character looks like here, because it's just, I guess it's just using the one that I used in the first world that I made. You can see here the weight that I'm carrying, and here you can see the overall armor that I would have. Wristwatch, I don't know why that's here. The wristwatch can just be opened like this. Maybe it's just to remind you that you have one, but you cannot do anything with that slot. We can see the temperature. Temperature actually plays a role in this game. If you enter an area that is colder, you will see that on your watch. And something that is currently not on screen, the temperature scale, is here. That will also be on screen normally. Will then slowly fade down. That is your body temperature adapting to the environment. I don't know what happens if you get too cold. Possibly the health bar, which you can see in the far left, will then go down, I guess. Here we have our state. You aren't hungry. That's basically you know, they probably have like 4 or 5 different statements regarding where the progress bar is. It's basically a rounding statement, I think. Not thirsty, and well, you actually have to go to the toilet in this game, and we can do that right away. Let's do that. Let's take a shit. And that's a shitting minigame. I don't know exactly how it works. I guess that will be taught later. And if I would do this again now, it would say, no, you don't need to go. So that's a thing that you have to do in the game. Take a shit. What else do you have to say?
Sorted? Okay. Most of what you need should be in your gate, pal. Well, eventually. But you're good to go. Head down to the elevator. It'll take you down to induction, and they'll take care of you.
Your pager. That is for multiplayer. So you click there, and I guess the others will then realize where you are and might come to your help or something. Hacking device. Do I already have that? Like the watch? And well, you have some gestures. For example, you can say, I'm gonna sit down now. Don't know what that's good for. Not that far in the game yet. Oh look, buttons that we can push. This is the minimum walk speed I checked. You cannot actually walk. It is always kind of this running. And this is sprinting, which is almost the same. Hey, does he have something else to say maybe?
You're all good. Head downstairs to the left.
Guess I could make the game slightly louder. Here you can see again how ridiculous people are when it comes to implementing volume sliders. I mean, this is 100, and then you slide it down up to this point and you hear no difference. And I mean, actually, I tried this before recording this a few minutes ago. Hilarious. But okay. Do you see on screen these pixels? That is an expression of radiation. When you're encountering radiation, you will see small speckles or dots in your vision increase in intensity with the radiation strength. A little won't hurt, but long-term exposure will harm you without protection. This tip will vanish automatically. We could also have pressed E for a long time to make it vanish. And where is that radiation coming from? From here. This radiation screening is excretes radiation to screen you for whatever reason. It's just, you know, introduction. It's tutorial. And this will now soon vanish. Yeah, here we go. The lines, the colored lines that guide you to places, reminiscent of Half-Life 1. Pretty logical, it's not arbitrary, right? Locked. Oh, hello. Pick up hardhead, then open your inventory to equip it.
Morning. Lift's down there. But first, you need a hard hat. Health and safety and stuff. Grab that one and chuck it on.
Handling the inventory is very simple. You just drag and drop inside of it, so I won't do this now. I will just press for long to equip it
So,
instantly.
you've got what you need. Head through the gate to my left, down to the elevator. It'll take you down to induction.
To my left, I wonder if that was chopped up samples, as in some situations might have characters standing in a different place, so that would say right in that moment. I wonder.
Welcome to the Gate Cascade Research Facility. You are in the induction wing. The facility is currently at alert level precautionary. Please listen carefully to and follow all security instructions. Now arriving at staff processing.
Hold B to open the emote wheel and wave or page to the guard.
Hey, new transfer. I got pulled in from surface duty. The usual lady, she got called out to help downstairs. Happens. Chaos is kind of our thing around here. You seem a bit antsy. Just wait. I'll unlock the gate in a second. Now, I've never run someone through this, but it looks pretty straightforward. Coming from the Springer facility, you'll know the basics, but since we deal with specimens directly, everyone on staff has to know basic ECP. That's emergency containment procedures. Okay, now I have some instructions here that aren't really compatible with the current security situation around here, so we're just gonna improvise a bit. Bear with me. I'm gonna have you crawl through that vent down there. Consider it like chasing down an escaped specimen. You got a big brain, you got a big imagination, right?
Too bad I'm not casting a shadow myself. Yet, maybe.
Clearance insufficient.
Uh-oh.
Clearance insufficient.
No mantling, no climbing. Oh, there's a ladder. What? So depending on where you point, go up or down. And climbing down ladders is also pretty simple. You are stuck to it. I can press space, then I fall. Many objects can be dismantled for resources, either broken with a proper weapon or taken apart by holding F. Vents can be destroyed or dismantled. That's a bit stupid that the vent grates here, you can only destroy them, which means it doesn't just open your way, it also means you can no longer close it. That can be a bit stupid, but okay. And here, metal scrap. Left mouse button to turn on and off the flashlight. If I switch to a different tool, the flashlight will be put away and it will also be turned off. That's convenient. And yes, the flashlight will be consumed. Where can I see this? In the inventory. Tabulator gets you to the inventory. Just hover here. Battery 496. I'm currently crouched. Let's use the pager, just see what happens. Anyway, so we just picked up metal scrap, and if you want to craft, you need that stuff. The crafting system could be interesting. I keep hearing that it is deeper than in other games. I haven't done much with it yet. What other things do we have here? We have health. Already saw that. you gain extra construction experience. Interesting. And here's the crafting screen. Currently we have the recipe for water. I would need some plastic scrap for that, for a water bottle. And then we have this, the energy brick, and that's an idea only. What does this mean? This means that you cannot craft it yet. You need to find some things that you put in here, then you click on the brain, and then afterwards you can craft it with fewer ingredients, I think. Toolbox. Here we have 2 wrenches. Let's take all of them. The wrenches wear, just like the flashlight by using. Oh, weirdly it doesn't right now.
If there's something in your way, 'cause I put it there, there should be a tool down there. Something you can smash the crate with. You might have to look around a bit. And don't worry about smashing stuff. Like we have we got a lot of crates. A lot of crates.
Cloth scrap. So every time I have the success of destroying one of these crates, that is when the progress bar goes down of the tool. So let's go to the crafting screen, because now we can actually craft. By having found this stuff, we had this idea, or the crafting recipe was added. I can make a bandage. Let's make one. Or I can make a throw net, and one click creates 3 of them.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking I'd grab like a plastic bag for... You know what? This is why we do the jobs we do here at Gate. Go ahead and throw your fantastic net on the dummy.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking I'd grab like a plastic bag for... You know what? This is why we do the jobs we do here at Gate. Go ahead and throw your fantastic net on the dummy.
So that script bug didn't happen when I played it. As a scientist, you find inspiration all around you. Gain new crafting recipes and ideas by picking up resources, interacting with items, packaging furniture, and the occasional email. Press C to access your crafting research menu. Crafting and research. Some recipes are craftable right away, but ideas must first be invented. You have learned the recipe for thrown nets. Go now craft some. Well, we have one, so thanks. So this thing... Whoa. They have colorful blood. If that is blood. I can currently not stomp on it, but if I throw a net over it...
Nice! You've got some athleticism in there. Somewhere. Now, real creatures might wriggle out of that one, but that's not a real creature. So, next step is special containment, isolation, wash hands, inoculate. You know what? Just stomp on it.
Now you can...
Oh, brutal.
Stomp.
Okay, so next up... what's going on with your leg there? Looks to me like you're bleeding. Look, we'll call this training. Basic first aid. Find some cloth and make a bandage. And, just keep this between us for now. I'll buy you a beer in residence later. Sorry about that.
So let's see, it's very clear that we're bleeding, we're hearing the sound, we see the blood thing on screen, we see the dripping blood, we see it here in the inventory, it cannot be missed. Is something here? Health issues, bleeding. You're bleeding from a wound. And here are the health items, interesting. Crafting isn't affected by this. That neither. And well, there we have the skills. That looks colorful, huh? So now I can click a right mouse button to hear someone else, because it is primarily a multiplayer game. Or the left one.
Okay, you did that way cleaner than I would have. You would, wouldn't you? You're gonna fit right in down there. Looks like you can walk on it all right. Let's head you on through to the next room. Feel free to mosey. I've gotta check some stuff out. We got some weird crap going on today, not gonna lie to you.
Here you can see that this game is still early access, because that certainly is insufficient quality there. These edges, these edge things, and that's also something you can see in here in the layout. Here, for example, it's just very drafty, but it gets the job done. Let's just overlook that. Would be better later, I assume. And here, for example, we have I guess that would stay. We just have simple billboard graphics. But someone made a fun game, so if the implementation is simple, that should take away from the fun, and I guess it doesn't. Vending machine. Oh, that comes out? I thought it wasn't there. I mean, I just picked this snack, it wasn't visible, but it's there, okay. Damn, my little preview window's always in the way. Drinks vending machine. But before I go there, let's check here. Oh, right. Here we have water, also something you need to do. Wash yourself, huh? And one of the key mechanisms in this game is packaging. If I press F for long, now we have all the parts of that thing. Or, I mean, usually you get actually a box that is being shown around the thing, and then you can pick it up and carry it around and place it somewhere else. We will see that soon. I guess I just lost all the water that this container held, so yeah, not the wisest move anyway. Sounds like someone in the research division is conducting an investigation into security at Cascade.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting, Research Director, Gate Cascade Research Facility. After yesterday's fiasco, I've made a formal request to extend general anomaly storage immediately. We've requisitioned Ordo 113, only to discover that some effect from 221 had turned it permanently blue. I've made it clear to Anderson. This is not acceptable. Ordo subjects may be deemed low risk, but the range of phenomena is too diverse to jam them together like sardines.
I thought I could turn up the speech volume. And there's lots of accessibility features, like for example turning down certain sounds, eating, drinking, breathing, humming. Wonder if I could have turned down the screaming car at the beginning. Nothing we can do here. It's just for optics. Some of that reminds me of the blood of these beasts. If there was blood.
So, I'm betting they didn't have these at Springer. It says here, all gate staff at Cascade need to understand the facility's unique power system. It goes into a lot of detail only an egghead would want. No offense. Every power socket here comes with its own little extension cable, and we build everything purpose-built for those sockets. So what you're gonna do, you need to package the heater, place it back down near the power socket, and then... Okay, now I know that was a lot. I'm getting some weird interference on my radio. I'm gonna leave you to the whiteboard down there. You might need a screwdriver. I'll get back to you in a minute. Station 3, what's going on? Over. Station 3, Station 2.
And there's the heater.
I'm getting a lot of chatter. Keystone running.
Requires a screwdriver to
again.
package.
I didn't see a bolt, and I'm trying to finish up some work here. Okay, just let me know if it's any GKers coming my way. They creep me the hell out. Over.
So it only needs to be on me somewhere. Okay. See, now it's in the little box, and I can pick it up and place it down again. Now we need to build it. All right. For that I need the screwdriver indeed. So you're kind of building your little, some kind of small base setups here. I don't know what the heater is actually doing other than being visual, because I really looked, it doesn't seem to actually change the ambient temperature. 20 degrees. Let's connect that. Oh, press E.
Hey, nice work plugging in that plug. We're done here. There's some stuff on this list, but I don't reckon you're gonna need it. That's why you've got people like me around. Keep you safe.
It's getting warmer.
Looks like I gotta check on some situation topside. So, yeah, head to the elevator. It'll take you down to residences. Real cozy stuff. Clipboard here says you're looking for a Dr. Khan? It sounds familiar. I guess he's in charge of the rest of your orientation. Alright, onward to science. Well, for one of us anyway.
Yeah, I didn't look at the watch actually when I was this early in the tutorial. And here we can see that my own temperature is not increasing. That's where I looked at, and yeah. What's that? Oh, rotation. Huh. On the bottom of the screen you can see press T for the watch, press Tab for the inventory, press B for the gestures. Well, let's move on. Geiger counters recommended in this area. Everything is safe, you cannot jump over here. This might be different later in the game, I guess, but in the tutorial you can't jump over ledges and lose yourself.
Attention. This is a high priority safety broadcast. You are currently en route to Residence Level 7. Due to an active security situation, advanced safety precautions are in effect. This elevator will be redirected to Offices Level 1. Please remain in place and wait for security team assistance.
Yeah, so that was the introduction, the tutorial. Enter the facility. I could load a game, but well, I want to show you the rest too, so I guess I have to start a new one. You can also join the server. Searching internet. And there are servers even. Not gonna join one now, because that would be an asshole move. To waltz around in there, behave like an idiot just for the video. So, we can see here that those are down here are multiplayer settings that we don't need as single player. Difficulty, you can see the description here. I stuck with normal. In addition, then we have modify sandbox settings, and it's saying with this whistle, dude, you don't want to change that yet. I just want to show you what's there. So let's leave everything normal. Your character is saved on a per-world basis. This means your character's traits, skills, items, equipment and progress are tied to a given server. Visual customization is stored locally and carried between servers. You need to select a job and starting traits for your character with each new world, which you'll do now. Actually, I don't... customization, right. So I just wanted to show you that.
Oh, that's a better temperature. Oof, I need food. Light-headed, dry mouth. Dehydration.
Endothermia. I'm experiencing an insufficiency of food.
That sounds quite like the original Half-Life 1 voices, right?
I'm feeling distinctly anhydrous.
Ooh, that's a better temperature.
Some different faces to select, some different hairs, hair color, beards. And you can always, when you're zoomed in, because the type that you're selecting here makes you zoom in, you can say, I want to zoom out anyway. Color, tie, which you have to wear. There's no option to turn it off. Glasses, optional. Pants or not.
I'd better eat soon.
Just press escape instead of clicking save. Aha, so that is different. Okay, enter the facility. Start a new game. Let's see, if I say enter the facility load game. Let's play Abiotic Factor. So you can still modify the sandbox settings afterwards. Nice. So your character is saved on a per world basis, blah blah blah, understood. Now we have to choose the job. This gives us some initial, trait scores, and I did the math, so you can see here starting points 10, and these three, that doesn't mean that the overall sum here will be the same value when you select a different one. When I asked Grok whether this game would be for me, and if I would like it, and how is single player, what's the replay value, and there is replay value, yes. The playthrough is like 25 to 35 hours, supposedly, which I got for 20 euros, so that's fine. It also suggested that single players might want to, for example, go botanist, because food is a concern, and the botanist will ensure that you have more food. So that's what I selected when I did my first 1 hour attempt. I will do that again. And here you can select some things that are negative, which will give you additional points that land here, and you can select the positive stuff. I will try to select the same stuff again. Let's go over these quickly. So I just chose something not so painful. And then what did I do? That means I need less water to drink, less food to drink, and I am already gardening, so if I add that, would really boost my ability as fuck, I would assume. Then what do we have left? 3 points. Hobbyist chef, you have a love for cooking, and 1 point remains, and I really tried to spread this out differently. Meh, failed, so 1 point wasted. Okay. You'll learn skills as you progress, but your job and traits cannot be changed once you start. Have you finished selecting your job and traits? Current points left over 1. Yes, I'm ready. No, I want to change something. Yes, I'm ready. And here we go. That's kind of where I was in the game, except like 20 minutes further in. One of your foes. How do you deal with these? Well, we know already. Throw some bag over their face and stomp them. Yup. And if you don't do that, they will attack you. They are very jumpy. Looks pretty cheap, right? Pretty cheap, but I mean, who cares if the game is fun? I must admit I didn't yet get to the deep fun parts, and I hope that I will do so in this video.
We've met. Ah, you're stuck here too, eh? I came down from level 8 for a coffee, and now I'm locked in here for God knows how long. It'll be those fools in level 3 overreacting again. Looks like Jaeger's locked out. Typical. See if you can let him in. Maybe he knows what's happened, but take your time. He's insufferable.
Now here's something new. People. Lots of people to meet, and one of them is this dude. I mean, that sounds dangerous. And it is. Too bad we can't jump over this very low ledge. Yeah, maybe it's better that this cannot be opened. Oh, look at that. We could have a little, I don't know, base or whatever here. I don't know yet really how this works. Didn't yet get to a place where I would have like a heater or an auto turret or whatever the game might have to offer. I don't know. We have a weight limit, so picking up everything at all times might not be the best way. We have actual mirrors. Look over there, you can see here the stall door is closed. And now it's open. So, a bit sad that I cannot see myself since it's apparently real time. Ish. And then, what is this? A sink with water in it. What does this mean? You can drink it. Do I need to? That's a bit wasty, you know, hydrated. If I drink this now, I will be full, I think. So if I wait until here and drink this now, I might still be full. The sink will then be empty. I don't know if the water is polluted when it's in a sink like this, but something like dirty water exists as a concept in the game. Oh, I don't need to. Alright. New recipe, splint, healing syringe. Just because I've seen these things or touched them, quasi, interesting. What does it take to make a healing syringe, and what does a healing syringe do? Directly restores lost health over a period of time. This can also revive downed allies, but is not necessary. Well, it isn't, because I'm playing alone. Does not stop bleeding or cure any other ailments. So it's just a health bar adjustment. Click. Click again. Can also drag, I think. Yep, click a drag or click twice, doesn't matter. Iodine tablets. Reduces incoming radiation. Also reduces radiation you have accumulated. Shift click quick transfer. Right click item options. Consume. I assume I cannot. I assume this will not just take one pill, but the entire thing will go away. Yeah, it's very gamified. Gardening gloves. That's unique to me, I guess, because of the job I have. Trinket. Offhand shield. Leg armor. Chest armor. Arm armor. Head armor. Headlamp. Full body suit. Raw material, again, and an actual hat. Ah damn, I closed my preview window. Not that I need it actually. Don't need it, nope. Where was I? Inventory. Let's put on the hat, see what happens. Oh, I just shift clicked and it goes right there. Now let's see if I have different stats. Chef head. Aha, you cut up corpses a bit faster. You're well fed, hydrated and in your element. You lose 10% less stamina and you heal faster. Okay. Why is that the case? Maybe it's a combination of how high these bars are and my you don't need to eat much and you don't need to drink much traits. Maybe it's some kind of logical consequence, formula-wise, who knows. So over there is the dude that we have to let in. That little ball there that on screen, which we probably can turn off, I guess, is the indication of where the next task is. It's even visible on the board of the screen.
If Jaeger thinks I'm crawling through the vents to let him in, he's got another thing coming.
So that's a tip, obviously. Let's crawl through the vents then. Oh, duct tape. Duct tape can be used to repair things. If I use, I don't know, the wrench, for example, to destroy a box, that uses up the wrench slowly, but then you can right-click on it, and there's the option to apply duct tape in the menu, if you have duct tape, which will repair it slightly. F hold, E press, F hold, E press, and currently not a problem that I opened all three of these, but in principle I could imagine this become a strategic problem. We have already seen this room, can't get in there. As you can see, we always have some kind of light with us, So you're never stuck in a dark corner if you don't have a flashlight or something. You can still manage. Oh, by the way, how do you save? Escape, there's no save button here, but it auto-saves every once in a while, and there's the admin section of your server, which is even when you're playing locally. And lol, I haven't seen this before. Anyway, and here we can say force world save. Let's do that. Pending quick, pending moderate. Huh? What does that mean? Huh, I don't know. Carbuncle. That reminds me of the barnacles of Half-Life, and yes. Doesn't do anything. Maybe it's a small one, who knows? But I can't get away. No, I can. Maybe it's a time thing. So if you sneak, that works. Oh, look at that. Look at the experience. Plus 6 experience sneaking. 8. Well, it's an accumulation of the currently showing notes that would show up on screen, I guess. Since this is not 14 XP plus 16 XP, it's 2 XP each time, I think. So, because I'm sneaking in the presence of something that reacts to sneaking. Or doesn't, rather. And then I can pick up the carbuncle, but guess what? It's radioactive. And now I'm carrying something that is radioactive. And since I'm carrying that... Oh, do you see? My temperature has lowered. Why? Because the environment is only... Yeah, and that with the watch I would consider a bug. Because if I switch to the watch, I expect to see the current temperature. Of course, it would fade over slowly when you switch from one environment to the other. But I have been in this environment for a while, and it only did the counting when the watch was actually on screen. Cannot jump over. Carbuncle. Yeah, that's something I've noticed when you have a new beast experience or such. When you leave the area, suddenly that journal entry pops up. Interesting. That will be probably very tedious once this thing is rather full and you don't know where to scroll. Ah, it's blinking. Ah, okay. Containment protocols is to be isolated by a perimeter cordon with a radius of 12 feet or greater at all times. No personnel may approach within 10 feet unless wearing full face and body protective gear, conforming to so forth. I think there was even a setting as to what unit to use, but that doesn't carry over to the texts that are baked. The only thing here in accessibility that I changed for myself is I switch on toggle crouch, so I don't have to keep holding that down. Why? One is convenience, and the other is what if I have to do other things also? Click the mouse, hit another key to have a certain effect, and so forth. Sometimes this can lead to a situation where you accidentally get up, and accidentally getting up can be very deadly, so I'd rather just switch the toggle. Wasn't there this thing with the units somewhere? Ah, here we go. Temperature in Celsius. 24-hour time is also what I turned on. Both of these were off. And oh, matrix system was not a choice. And send data to developers are of course left on. So I have been here already. Something I have seen already. Okay. This thing is currently not aware of me. If it would be aware, then it would be jumping around trying to attack me. I cannot stomp on it. So now left mouse button and stomp before it has freed itself. We can pick up the bio scrap, which might be useful, I don't know. Crafting material. I would guess that this game would actually go so far when you carrying multiple of these, you know, this thing here, that you would also receive a stronger radiation exposure constantly. That would make sense, it's easy to implement, and I expect them to be that sophisticated, in quotation marks. You can see here there's a progress bar. That thing is slowly deteriorating. That's probably just a biological thing. Let's put that here. See if that also deteriorates. So, very cheap graphics, very old style, like Half-Life 1. But is that bad? Does that make it bad? I mean, 20,000 reviews, so the game is pretty well known, I guess, and overwhelmingly positive. That should mean something. And we haven't yet gotten to the normal gameplay loop, I guess, or not deeply enough into it yet. And I left the room, and now we get the journal entry. There is the blinking thing. To be separate from researchers by barriers a minimum of 8 feet in height at all times. In height, this, you know, insinuates that it can jump, unless subject is sedated or dead. Acoustic baffling is suggested for all containment environments, and loud noises or use of power equipment is strongly discouraged. So something that would blind it to the acoustic situation is suggested, and making sounds yourself so it would know where you are and could attack you is discouraged. Yeah, and there was something else. Registry? Yeah. Here. This entity is weak against blunt damage, as in just stomping on it. Yeah, well, the carbuncle, we had to step on that thing twice. Screwdriver, good. And now I could also even package the toolbox itself. Which I will do, because then this allows me to place it down where I would like make a camp, so to speak, and then I could put things in it. It's a crate. It's basically this science fiction Half-Life-ish games type of crate. Or at least one type. Yeah, we've been here. Another screwdriver. Huh. Shift click. That was indestructible, that other wall on the left, this one also. Same here. For all I know. And starting here, things will begin to become slightly more colorful. Metal pipes, dismantle. I will dismantle both of these. There are more around here that they're just basically resource downloads for you. More metal pipes. Chef's counter. So if I would make a base, I could now build a chef's counter, which would be good for cooking. Or at least I had the idea for one. Boom bait. Pressure gauge. So, more ideas. Vacuum. It's not written here what that thing does. You can only guess. Whereas this here, a throwable net, great for temporarily trapping small creatures, leaving them vulnerable. This net might even confuse a larger creature for a short while. So once you have the crafting recipe, you will be told what it is. Boom bait, a device that emits a beeping noise to attract enemies, then a damaging detonation. Splint. I wonder if that's timed or proximity based. Splint, used for reducing the effect of certain bone injuries, so that's another thing, it's a real survival game it seems. Increasing how quickly they heal. Paper scrap, an assortment of paper scraps. Why is that a thing you can craft? Maybe it's a multi-step crafting thing. You need these for another. You would need these for another recipe, maybe. Landing cushion. And that cannot be crafted here in your inventory. You need a powered crafting bench. A cushion for dampening falls. This will not prevent all ranges of fall damage. The healing syringe. First, we would have to raw pest, material, biological. We have to put these things in here so we can click on the brain. Sometimes it's a multi-step process, I think. Okay. Once the bottom is reached, you will be released, or you could jump. Too bad I don't yet have a flashlight. Oh, another one. All of these contribute to the overall weight I'm carrying. Where is that? Here. So, and once we're getting here, I will be slowed and become more prone to leg injuries. So if I fall down or something, I would assume. And if I'm here, I will be very slow. And there's the flashlight. Or one flashlight, since it is used up over time. Wonder if I can recharge that by using duct tape. Nope, a cat. And here I can consume that, okay? I will cause sickness and vomiting. Uncooked. So if I cook that, okay, very intriguing. So let's check that weight gauge thing again. It's slightly right of the 5. Pressure gauge, metal pipe. I have a slot for these so the inventory doesn't get more full, but yeah, see, I'm carrying a bit more weight now. So let's not pick everything up that exists. Emails. And there's something interesting here. Because if you click here, you will suddenly have a new recipe idea. That is unexpected. The clock. I don't know why it's not shifting. Maybe it's a game mechanic that will be introduced later. Oh, I can package the chair, and that will have a 75% chance to break. 75%. That gives me the idea of a carbuncle crown, water bottle, storage crate, okay? Ah, so there's something like a crate. Plastic scrap, clothes scrap. Yeah, that up there is a bit annoying. Because... look, big loudspeaker. Big loudspeaker. Acoustics of something being very loud and very far-reaching. And then you cannot even hear a whisper here. That's off-putting. I hope they change this. Look, 20 degrees, 70 degrees, 12, it's getting cold. You're out uncomfortably chilly.
If it gets any colder, I may have a problem.
Yeah, so that's a bit... It's not stationary as, you know. Starting here it's cold, starting there it's 20 degrees. And yet then you can see this fire symbol as in my temperature is being heated. Okay, there we have another one of these beasts. Currently unaware. Ice cream. Inventory full. Funny enough, that's exactly what happened last time. Well, I have 2 screwdrivers, maybe I only need one. Hey, what was that? Favorite? Do they have this favorite concept here? Right mouse button, favorite. A handy tool, can be scripted repair bench. Oh, that slot is a favorite slot. That's interesting. Not sure what that does. So uncomfortably chilly, alright. But what does that do? Let's see if there's something here that says what this might do. No, I'm just cold, that's all. Oh, yeah, here it is. You're very cold, health issues. But how is that an issue? I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but I mean, it just being a thing colorful on screen, it should have an effect. I mean, this is a very obvious thing that could have an effect. What effect could that be? I don't know. Was there text here? Oh yeah, right. Office desk. These actually suggest the concept of barriers. So if I break these, this potential barrier against moving animals is gone. So, what about the temperature now? No health issues, but there's also not a positive buff that is suddenly popping up because I no longer have a debuff that would make it impossible. I don't know. Iodine, another syringe, looking good, take it out. Oh, you can even see how much that is from the weight that you have here. Metal pipes weigh the most. How about saving? Last autosave 4 minutes ago. Okay. Okay, there's one of these beasts. I don't want to be seen by that. Oh, fuck. Okay. No, never mind. Aha, there was a classic eye on screen. It was open, as in it still knows where you are, and then currently your secret. Let's craft something then. Oh, I'm kinda hurt? Oh, look at that. I mean, the torso being yellow, I thought that was just an indication of not being at full health. But now the arm is basically damaged. Interesting. So now I have 6. Piece of shit. Cafeteria tray. Okay, just touching that gave me the idea plastic shield, which I could hold with one hand, I guess, and cushioned chest plate. That sounds promising. I could make a shield. Pick this up, potentially unlock new ideas. Frying pan. Doesn't do anything. A knife. Knife sounds good. I need to get rid of some stuff here, man. And a chef head. I already have one. Aha, cooked pork chop. Can I throw something away that I have in my hands? Yeah, I'm pressed G. Now the slot is empty. Let's see what happens. Cooked pork chop. Not hungry. Well, if I'm not hungry, I should eat this entire glorious thing. But, oh, it's already beginning to deteriorate. Can I cook this stuff here? Are you sure you want to ingest this? No, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought I could put it in here. Industrial stove. No, I don't want this. Frying pan. Doesn't give me ideas. Okay. I cannot use this to whack something, it appears. Okay, I click on this then. What happens here when I hover? That was adds a radioactivity and sickness, emitting very low radiation. And here we have a heap of biological scrap might come in handy, not to be confused for actual food. So I click again. Or click here maybe. No. And when I click here. Aha, so that's the only thing you could eat. This is not something you could eat. Okay. Bit weird. Cafeteria tray. So, I mean, it's becoming obvious we need to set up camp somewhere.
Hello? Over here. You going to leave me standing here?
Door control module requires energy brick, so that was one of the ideas that we had. Not yet something we can craft.
Someone needs to sort this out.
Can I open this? From this side, Well, obviously there's something here, when before there wasn't. Oh, it's multiple even. More. Huh. Guess they spawn over time. And yeah, I already tried to have one of these guys jump at the dude. Nothing happens. So in other words, this is exactly where I left off. Now everything is new to me. Oh, not exactly. I also did the security room.
They never tell you what's gone wrong.
Here at the Gate Cascade Research Facility, safety and security demand we take our primary power network offline at night. All major power outlets are shut down, as well as most pathway lighting.
However, if your research or study requires a source of energy during nocturnal hours, protocols permit the use of approved battery and electrical storage systems to power your projects when the lights go out. If you do plan on working late, please request a night pass from your supervisor. The facility is dark at night, and your safety depends on it. Now rest up. Every day is a new opportunity for science.
No signal, and then it will loop soon. So the situation is we have these animals crawling around, but the facility or the people here have not yet made that a story point, and time is not yet passing. I guess
on the Tekken project.
Might happen eventually. Another flashlight. And here's a power socket. So I could, for example, set up camp here. Oh, I just unlocked that from the inside. Nice. And here we have some barrier. So that's a good place to be, I guess. And we can put some things here also. Why not store some things here? Yeah. Oh, I cannot... Oh, interesting. That reminds me of Stationeers. Some things can be put there, some things cannot be put there. So it's not some big catch-it-all storage thing. Coffee machine. Buy a coffee. No. Drink. Locker with nothing in it. Oh, with nothing in it, you say? And now you can see there's some radiation here. Aha, the radiation pixels have stopped. Now they're back. So it's a distance thing even. God damn it. Huh. What is something that I could... Huh. Lol. And the gardening gloves? Currently not needed. This stuff I will keep getting, I guess. Yeah, let's put down the toolbox since we are setting up camp here.
I can't work under these conditions.
The arrow here is showing where it's pointing. And then I can put some things in there. For example, the ice cream.
Hello? Over here.
Decay 48 of 60. I wonder if putting that back in the fridge will actually slow the decay. Let's try that actually. I mean, it's right here. Oh, that's one way to teach game mechanics.
I'm rapidly losing warmth.
Hey, yeah, let's put... okay, we've seen that this is not deteriorating at all, but we have seen the radioactive dude deteriorate over time, so let's try that also with the fridge. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
I'm rapidly losing warmth.
Select press G. Check saving. Aha, 5 seconds ago. Fine. We have autosave. There we have a wackadoodle, desk-lag. And now we have an idea for a frying pan, or a makeshift frying pan, if we wouldn't have one already. Broken. Feel free to use as parts. But for that you have to break it. And that doesn't work like this, but like that. Just keep holding down. these things are not damaged. Not being damaged. How about the table? Uh-oh. Yeah, this gives me some more wood to work with. Oh, the rug too? Oh. Uh-huh. Interesting. Office plant. And another power socket. Okay, let's craft something. The thing we need to craft is that the one? Energy brick, yeah, for that door, so that we can open it. You need to invent this item's recipe before it can be crafted. Drag the items into the correct slots and let your brain do the work. So, this is the wrong slot, so it doesn't work. Okay, material tech. Place items with corresponding material type here. If the item is the correct item in the material, you will succeed. And here, place items with corresponding material type here. Oh, it's the same. Plastic. What the fuck? Just
Going to leave me standing here.
Look at that! Things are being restocked, so we have a game loop that doesn't leave you with, oh, you have picked it all up, now you're dead. Haha, instead, oh, cool. It's a bit weird that it shows up like that, but okay. This is also plastic. I don't have too many case fans. I wonder, if I would drag this here, this would probably work. But maybe at some point you need a case fan particularly. You should have used plastic here, because the case fan is then wasted. I don't know, but it seems reasonable to consider. And now. Okay. So these two have been solved. What's missing? Some more tech material. Oh, okay. Okay then. Now we can craft an energy brick. What is it that the energy brick needs? I need a powered crafting bench, as I cannot make this thing. Okay, you can share the recipe that you found in multiplayer if someone else is nearby. And I can pin that to the HUD. Which it now is.
Someone needs to sort this out. Oh, you're new. Looks like that little pest damaged the power system. Can you get someone to fix it? But hurry, would you? I'm not enjoying standing around out here. It was hours last time, and I don't feel safe at all. Well, if you're the only help available, you should set up somewhere and sort this out.
Crafting bench. So, can I make a crafting bench? Or is there a crafting bench that I can find? I think there was something like a crafting bench vicinity indicator kind of thing in the settings. As in, yeah, crafting bench, you can't make them, but they exist. Oh, what's the truth of this? Can I make one, maybe? Crafting bench. Oh, you can make one. Okay, let's make one then. Metal. Adhesive. Tech stuff. Now we need more adhesive, which I happen to have. And more metal. We can make a crafting bench. And you don't need a powered crafting bench to make one. That's the good news. Let's make one then. I'm holding a crafting bench. It's not powered. Let's power it then. Oh, look at that. I'm carrying something that needs power. And now it's pointing. Oh, okay. See? You're being told where to go and what the radius would be. I wonder if you can only power one thing. How do I rotate this? Oh, with R. Holding R and moving the mouse doesn't do anything. You have to hit R again and again. So you can still rotate it by just rotating yourself. Left mouse button. Now I need the screwdriver. Screwdriver is not being used up. So do I have two? I don't. Good. Well, then let's plug this dude in. It is powered. Okay. The big question is, can I power something else now? It doesn't look like it. Maybe later you find a device that has itself power plugs that will then spread out or something if you power it. Use. Now I can make a barricade, makeshift. A new idea, repair and salvage station. And duct tape. Cloth scrap I can make. Makeshift backpack is an idea. And battery, makeshift, is also an idea. Battery, That sounds as if we're getting into the territory of time passing and me needing a battery. But let's first do this here. I now have an energy break.
Hurry!
Of course. Okay. I think there was a knife somewhere that didn't pick up. God damn it.
Stop!
Not doing well.
Stop!
Can't get out here. Is it gone? Pathfinding. Motherfucker. Select respawn point. Portal entrance not available. Locate check-in terminal. Your last check-in. Your bed. Office sector 1. Now I can respawn. Before I could. Okay. Can select nothing but this. Now the knife has been used up somewhat. Now we see there is a place where I have died. These are the things that I could clear in the journal. Which I... Okay, what the fuck was that? Which I won't, because it's useful for now. Oh, that works too. Maybe I should craft something first. I cannot. Oh yeah, I can. Yes. Fuck. Is there possibly new stuff here now? Where was the light switch? Whoa! Piece of shit. Die already. So that works. Raw pest rump. Okay, now I have two things with radiation on me. Is that stronger radiation then? I would like to have a net if that's possible. What is that beast? How much health does it have left? I would visit the toilet, but I already shat myself, and therefore... Okay, I'm damaged. Let's use the bandage. Oh, it was damaging my crafting bench. I mean, it makes sense, but yeah. Something to consider. And that's where I died. How is that relevant? Haha, a package. Death bag. Take all. Some cannot be taken. Well, let's see if the stuff here has deteriorated further. It has, so cooling it doesn't do anything.
If it gets any colder, I may have a problem.
And that is, of course, ridiculous. Why even have this cold room if it doesn't do anything? But maybe they will put that in later. Maybe it's an early access artifact. So let's put that in there then. All of it is radioactive. That's bad. God damn it, that beast, that took a lot to kill. Oh look, the computers are back for parts. Well, then let's repair the knife. Since we basically have limitless duct tapes. And that leg I also like. Yeah, well, so that's basically, I mean, that's basically the game. The basics of it. And I will say basic again. New compendium data. See, I left the region and so. Any containment space for an nanospecimen must measure no more than diameter, 3 by 3. Ensuring the subject is unable to attain a velocity greater than 5 meters per second. So that's what this was, this collision sparky thing. All walls and flooring should be reinforced to GISP standards for blast shielding and the electrically grounded to 2 megavolts. Subjects must be contained separately and fed remotely. Against blunt damage. Okay, I used a knife. Maybe that wasn't the wisest move. Health is low. What can we do about that? Syringe. Oh, you're in a safe place, relatively speaking. So what does that do? Is that just an indication here for me, or does this actually do something? Yeah, not looking too good. Should do something about that. Should I use a syringe? Can I craft a syringe? That idea has not yet been had. Raw pest. What does it take to craft one? Test tube and antivirus wheat, huh? A strange wheat from another, even stranger place. Possibly healing properties, yeah, sure. Too bad there's not more music in this game. It's very moody when it comes, but it's always the same short track. See, that's why I say Soma FM can be used basically for any game. Now we have this moody background that actually fits the setting. So, I was supposed to let the guy in. I let the guy in. What is his view on the matter? Is what I wonder.
Oh my god, what happened to Jaeger? He didn't deserve that. I mean, not really.
Not really.
I'm going to wait here. It's not safe out there.
Oh, by the way, you see this shade around him when I hover here with the mouse. When I turn the resolution scaling up to 100, this is much thinner. That's the only difference I spotted. If I turn it down further than 50, then I start observing differences, yep. I mean, while we're at it, let's just demonstrate that. Yeah, here I think you can see it here. So let's crank it up to max. Wherever that is. See? Slow. And the shade around him? Thinner and not fading. No gradient there. Don't even know if this is being recorded. Because I don't have a preview window. So let's go back to 50. Still looks fine. Down to minimum. Oh. What about these? Do they change? Also not. Huh. Okay. Yeah, now the two sounds are interfering. It's annoying. Okay, what would be the next step? Of course, let's try to build the battery so that we're ready for those circumstances. If they ever come. What's that? Repair and salvage station. You need to invent this and what's that? Plastic shield. Vacuum. Storage crate. Chef's counter. Battery. Let's make one. Makeshift battery. It takes an energy brick, so it's the crafting system is stacking, and a coil. That introduces a time pressure component, because as long as I don't destroy these, they will not reappear, I think. Here's the skills. can repair the crafting bench. What happens if I package it? I mean, stationeer style, but first let's make the thing. Is it not powered? Is it too broken to be powered? Huh. Weird. Okay. The yawning, we had that before. Tired. You're feeling a bit worn out. Okay, let's package this then. And it's still damaged as it was. Okay. That's something they, in my opinion, could easily introduce in stationeers, because the items can be damaged, and the structures when they are built can be damaged. So why does it not carry over from A to B and back? Oh, I had to click use. Yeah, that's what's missing. Okay, now we could make the battery almost. Where is it? Boom bait. Battery makeshift. Requires a coil. A copper coiling usable in crafting. I wonder if a coil is something I have to craft myself. Vacuum. Storage. Plastic shield. Maybe the plastic shield is of interest first. I don't quite understand what this is, because some items showing up here, I'm pretty sure I wasn't carrying. Why are they here? So I can make one, and that is a... Where's the selection? I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the colors... Well, the visual design of the game could use some polishing. Now I have the plastic shield. Where is it? Where is it? I cannot do anything. Press E, left, right mouse button, nothing. Weird. Wonder if it means that if I meet another one of these beasts, I will just jump against it and be harmless. I don't know.
Attention. Enhanced security protocols are now in effect. Please locate security personnel and follow evacuation procedures.
Look, I don't know what's going on. They don't tell me squat on a good day, and this isn't a good day. But if the big voice says get out, I'd do what she says. Elevators are dead, so head for the main tunnel in manufacturing on level 2. There's maps over there. But me, I'm staying right here. Reckon I'm leaving here? I don't think so. Radio's dead, half the doors are buggered, and now there's these little hoppy things everywhere. You're on your own. But if anything you like turns up, come see me for a trade. Like peas?
So I have to put a thing here so that I can buy this. And the thing I have to put here, I've yet discovered. Stupidly, he doesn't tell me what the thing is, which is not realistic.
You know where to find me.
Yeah. You want to trade? I'm not going to tell you what we can trade here. Mm-hmm. What is that beeping? Oh, time's ticking. So that's half an hour whenever it beeps, I think. Which means that I should find this funnel thing so we can make the makeshift battery and not be completely naked when night falls, when the sockets will be turned off ridiculously.
Clearance insufficient.
Oh shit. Anyway, okay. So much for this video / episode. Don't know what the future of this playthrough is. Yeah, now you have gotten a good whiff of what this game is. You don't know yet what it unfolds into, so maybe you're interested.